The Galactic Council chamber hummed with nervous energy as representatives from 17 star systems gathered for the emergency session. Admiral Krex of the Vorthan Empire stood at the central podium, his crystalline form refracting the chamber's lights into rainbow patterns. "Esteemed colleagues," Krex began, his voice resonating through translator nodes, "we are here to discuss the Earth problem." A collective shudder ran through the assembly. The merchants of Kepler shifted uneasily in their hover chairs, while the warrior delegation from the Razok Confederacy, beings who had conquered 47 worlds, actually took a step backward. "For those unaware," Krex continued, activating a holographic display, 15 separate civilizations have sent reconnaissance teams to Earth in the past solar cycle. None have returned. No distress signals. No final transmissions. Nothing. The display showed a blue-green planet, deceptively peaceful, orbiting an unremarkable yellow star. Ambassador Ilith of the Proximan Collective raised a tentacle. "Perhaps they were destroyed by Earth's military forces?" "That's just it." Krex's form flickered with frustration. "We've detected no weapons fire. No energy signatures consistent with combat. They simply vanished. The hegemony sent our finest warrior," growled General Torax, his 4 arms crossed defensively. "Zek the Undefeated, victor of 1,000 battles. He conquered the acid worlds of Nethes with nothing but a broken plasma blade." "What happened to him?" someone asked. Torax's predatory features twisted in confusion. "His last transmission was peculiar. He said he'd been invited to something called a barbecue, and that the humans seemed aggressively friendly. Then nothing." The synthetic intelligence from Beta 9 processed this data. "Illogical. Define aggressively friendly." "We don't know." Torax slammed a fist on his console. "But his biosignature is still active. He's alive, just." Not responding. Ambassador Breen from the Scholarly Order cleared her throat tubes. "The Eternal Library sent our most brilliant xenobiologist, Professor Curix. 12 doctorates, speaks 900 languages. His mission was purely academic, study human culture and biology." "And?" Krex prompted. "His final report mentioned something about joining a book club and discovering something called craft beer. He said he'd need more time for research. That was 8 months ago. His last logged location was at something called a comic convention, dressed as a fictional character named Spock." The chamber erupted in confused murmurs. "The Trade Federation," announced Merchant Prince Daleks, his voice trembling, "sent our greatest negotiator. She could broker peace between black holes if needed. Her last message said humans had introduced her to something called multi-level marketing, and she'd found her true calling. She's been trying to." "Sell us essential oils ever since." The silicon-based delegate from Crystal 7 vibrated anxiously. "We sent our top spy, master of infiltration. Could blend into any society. 2 weeks later, we received a single image, him wearing something called a Hawaiian shirt at a beach volleyball tournament. He appeared to be enjoying himself." Admiral Krex dimmed his luminescence, the Vorthan equivalent of a deep sigh. "The pattern is clear. Earth doesn't destroy our people. It does something far worse. It absorbs them." "Absorbs?" the collective asked in unison. "Every operative sent to Earth has been somehow integrated into human society. Our warriors become gym buddies. Our scientists join gaming groups. Our infiltrators end up in bowling leagues. Even our combat androids, somehow, have been spotted at something called Poetry Slam Nights." The youngest delegate, barely past his first molting, raised a claw. "But surely they remember their missions?" "Oh, they remember," Krex said darkly. "We managed to establish brief contact with one operative. When asked about his mission to assess Earth's defenses, he said, and I quote, "Nah, man, I can't make it this weekend. It's Dave's birthday, and we're doing karaoke. Maybe next month?" Horrified silence filled the chamber. "What do the humans possess?" whispered Ambassador Ilith. "Mind control? Psychological weapons?" "Worse," Krex replied. "They have something called hospitality and friendship. They invite you to their gatherings. They share their food, which admittedly is surprisingly good. They include you in their recreational activities. Before you know it, you're attending their offspring's educational performances and helping them move furniture. Surely some have resisted. The warrior monks of Aldebaran sent their most disciplined ascetic, a being who spent centuries in meditation, immune to all temptation." Krex paused.